Thank you for joining us. I'm Ricky Saillas. We begin with an update on the voter-approved Multipurpose Performing Art and Entertainment Center. Here's a breakdown of what has happened in the last few weeks. The following is from City Attorney Sylvia Firth. On July 31st, Max Grossman filed a lawsuit against the city, alleging that the city of El Paso is violating the Texas Antiquities Act. This act requires municipalities to notify the State Historic Commission whenever the city is going to undertake a major construction project on public land before breaking ground. In a letter from the THC director, he acknowledges the filing with the THC is likely premature because the city does not yet own the land. On August 1st, the Grossman legal team requested a temporary restraining order to enjoin the city from issuing demolition permits. The judge did not grant the temporary restraining order and instead signed a temporary agreed order to give notice of demolition. The city was required to give the Grossman legal team notice when a demolition permit is issued with the proposed footprint 14 days before the demolition can begin. On August 28th, the city issued demolition notices with regard to 8 properties within the proposed MPC footprint. On September 6th, a hearing was scheduled regarding the temporary restraining order. Grossman's team was unprepared to proceed with that hearing, and it was continued to September 11th. On September 11th, the hearing was held and the city appealed, which prevented the temporary restraining order. That same day, Max Grossman requested an emergency relief order. The 8th Court of Appeals prohibited the city from taking steps related to the demolition. On September 12th, the city issued the following statement after finding out the property owners were beginning demolition. The city of El Paso is complying with the order issued by the 8th Court of Appeals, which prohibits the city from taking steps related to the demolition of privately owned properties within the MPC footprint. Last night, the city's attorney's office contacted the attorneys representing the private property owners and requested that the property owners comply with the order, even though the property owners are not named in the order, and that the property owners not proceed with the demolition of the properties. Late afternoon on September 12th, the city received an order to suspend demolition permits. As a reminder, the city will continue to work towards building the MPC, which was a voter-approved project in 2012. In other city happenings, the city of El Paso continues to improve neighborhood parks across the city. The playground at Pueblo Viejo Park on Benito Way has been replaced. It has a winding slide, climbing panels, monkey bars, and interactive drums. It also has wood chips to soften the blow if kids fall. The playground is also ADA compliant. Meanwhile, children in the Lincoln Park area are also enjoying a new playground. This one on Durazno also has a winding slide, climbing structures, and a sandlot area for small children. The playground is also ADA compliant. Both playgrounds are part of the city's goal to replace more than a dozen playgrounds across the city that have outlived their use.
1, 2, 3.
The Travis White Park on Wedgwood also has something new. The city held a ribbon cutting for a giant 24-foot art piece called Wagon Sprouts. The new art piece is an interpretation of Jack and the Beanstalk. It's made with steel pipes and repurposed red wagons.
The actual beautiful blooms at the top are realized using red wagons, which of course are, I think, iconic images that kids of all ages can relate to.
The art piece can be seen from the playground and is lit at night. Funding for the sculpture came from the city's public art program. Chalk the Block is back for another year of art and fun. The festival, put together by the city's Museums and Cultural Affairs Department, is celebrating 10 years. Organizers announced this year's artists and performers. They say the festival is improved every year.
This year will be a mix of chalk artists working on downtown sidewalks, performing artists working on our main stage to provide music and sounds, DJs, and then installations from some of the best and most talented artists from all over the world.
Chalk the Block runs from October 6th through the 8th in downtown. For more information on the city's largest public arts festival, visit chalktheblock.com. Elsewhere, the number of confirmed West Nile virus cases in El Paso has doubled in the last week, and that has Department of Public Health officials urging mosquito prevention across the area. The 6 new cases involve 4 men and 2 women who range in the age from their 20s to their mid-70s. Recent rains are creating breeding conditions for the mosquitoes that carry the West Nile virus, and health officials say prevention is key. One of the most important things to remember is to tip and toss items around your home to prevent standing water. This effort will make it much more difficult for mosquitoes to breed. Also, be sure to use bug spray and maintain screens on windows and doors. That's going to do it for this edition of Your City in 5. You can find out more about these stories and other services provided by the City of El Paso by visiting our website. You can also catch us on social media, and of course, you can see us on City TV. Until next time, I'm Ricky Saillas for Your City in 5.